Hey, what's up? It's your boy, 24/7 here with 24/7 Fusion Media. Hopefully, everybody's doing well today on this Thursday. Today, special day. We're here with a special guest. My man, Jay Fox, is
Hello,
here.
everyone.
And we just going to be hanging out, talking comic books, and just just doing what we do. So,
Yeah.
you know, shit, yeah. Jace, we were talking before we started, and we were talking about like different things that we like, and
Yep.
he was telling me how he really enjoys, Star Wars. So, I was just curious to ask, like, where does your passion for Star Wars come from?
The passion for Star Wars started in a really early age because my dad, he's a big ass fucking Star Wars fan.
Mm, right.
So it started right there. So the day I was born, he always had Star Wars on TV, and I just grew up with it, with the originals before the special editions and everything.
Right.
And so it was always there in my life, like every day. Like my dad just wanted a son who was gonna love Star Wars,
Right.
and many years later, I'm a bigger fan than him.
Oh, I understand. I understand. I mean, with Star Wars, like in my family, it started off where it was like me and my brother. It wasn't like, my dad he didn't really like sci-fi movies, so it was like when me and my brother started seeing Star Wars, we really enjoyed. Like we have, like I said, I have a whole box of like Star Wars comics. Matter of fact, I have like all of my Star Wars movies sitting right here in this whole stack. In the video game, Knights of the Old Republic, the Clone
Oh,
Wars,
yeah.
the droids, the old droids cartoons that came out back in
Yeah.
1985. Both of them. And then I have like the Ewoks movie. Yeah, I got that shit.
Oh my god, dude!
Yeah, I got
myself.
both of them. Yeah, I got both of them. So I got have that, like, and I have the six movies, the prequels and the originals on Blu-ray. So along with
Yeah.
that, I have a stack of
Because
books.
there is no Disney sequels. That is just in your imagination.
Right. Yeah, I don't even the only thing that was decent, not say it was the best movie, but the only thing a lot of people do agree on is Rogue One.
It was a decent
Yeah,
action film.
it was a decent movie, and so a lot of people, out of everything, they give that one some credit, and then everything else is
Yeah. It is what it
so
is.
it is what it is. Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
man. So you love Star Wars. Let me ask you: Are you how deep are you into comic books?
Well, my dad also used to collect a lot of old comics when he was young. Everything from Archie and Spawn and like other stuff like that.
Right,
So he was always a big fan of that. And I had problems reading when I was little because I had
right,
I have dyslexia.
right.
So I didn't read comics before I was like 16 or 17 because that's when I started learning more to read because it took such a long time to learn to read. So what my dad used to do is that he did read them for me, and I started he started to help me to learn to read. So that's how it became a big thing for me. Um,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
awesome. Actually, that's to be honest, I had a difficult time reading myself, and the thing that pulled me through it was trying to read Batman comics, because when
Yeah.
I was a kid, uh, Batman was doing a lot of detective work. So the
Oh
words
yeah.
in the words in the comic books were very, you had to really know what he was talking about to
Yeah.
understand what was going on, because he's using, I'm 6, 7 years old trying to understand, uh, like, like basically like detective terminology, and I didn't know, what does it mean to do an investigation, and what's all this stuff, and just trying to understand the world of Batman.
Yeah.
I had to ask a lot of questions. So when I'm reading something and I don't understand the word, hey, go to my brother, what does this mean? Well, that's what this word means that. And then I'd go and started understanding how to use the dictionary. And it was just because I love comic books so much.
Yeah.
It made me want to understand words more so I could know what my favorite comic book characters were saying every time, I'm reading. So I had to pick up with my vocabulary, my reading, and everything else in order for me to understand what was going on in the comic book. So I had to but it took me a long time.
Same here. So it's
boy,
understandable.
Yeah. If you can give me a moment, I'm looking at the chat. We have a couple of people that are in the chat. I'd like to say what's up to my man Lord Doth. He says, "Yo, gents, bring it today. Need to have good times." Yeah, of course, man. My man Chris X14N. Hello.
Yeah, that's
greetings.
My co-host.
Good luck, Jace. Oh man, Jace is he's a good guy, man. But appreciate that, Chris, and thank you, man. My man Lord Thoth. My man Pat S. Hey man, how's it going, Pat? Man, great to have you here, man. Appreciate you looking out for your boy, man. But yeah, man. Pat S. said I like Rogue. Yeah, man. Out of everything, Rogue One, the between the middle and the ending, some of it was, but when you look at it overall, it was actually fairly, it was a decent movie for what it was.
It's not like a sci-fi movie. It's like a action movie. Like it is sci-fi, but it's like action sci-fi. So it's like you can watch it. It is watchable.
So yeah, I was thinking like you say when it comes to comic books, your father was collecting Spawn
and Archie comics and Phantom.
Archie, like Archie and Veronica and Jughead and
the original one, not the fucking TV show that fucking ruined everything.
But are you talking about the small ones or are you talking about the bigger ones?
My dad had everything from the small
things,
the
big small ones, the digest.
Yeah,
I remember I had a few of those when I was very small.
Yeah, the only problem with the comics my dad had was that they were in Norwegian, and for some reason it's harder for me to read Norwegian than English.
So
that was kind of really weird for me when I was young, because I was like, the same thing when I watched movies. I couldn't read what they were saying, so I had to learn English to like understand what they were saying. So that's why I became a little bit more. I started speaking more English than Norwegian at times.
Right. Wow, that's like me. It's funny. Like when when I was born, my parents they're Spanish, so they're Hispanic.
Yeah.
So the thing is, it's like I was they were trying to teach me how to talk like English and Spanish.
Yeah.
And what happened was my brain couldn't process both languages, so my vocabulary basically shut down. And what happened was I didn't know how to communicate because I was being fed both languages at the same time, and I couldn't put it together. Because there's some kids that I've seen, like you can teach them English and Spanish and they're good at. I'm talking about little kids, 5, 6.
Yeah.
They can talk both languages equally as good. But with me, when they tried to do that with me, like my brother, he actually was able to do it. But when they tried to do it with me, my brain couldn't process it, and my communication skills basically shut down. So they had to take me, to like psychiatrists and, figure out doctors and figure out what was going on with me. And basically, the doctors told them, look, you either got to teach them, you can't take the English and the Spanish. You either got to teach them one or the other.
Yeah.
So they were like, well, shit, you got to teach them English. So from that point, I've been talking English, and, my English is, I could talk Spanish, but my English is a lot better than my Spanish.
Yeah. I understand that completely.
Man, my man Lord Thoth says Rogue One Was what it was. It was the best of the new Star Wars. Yeah, I agree with you there,
Yeah.
Lord Dolph. Yeah, that.
The one of the best characters in Rogue One is Donnie Yen. He is my favorite character, the blind one. That's Donnie
Yeah,
Yen.
the Donnie Yen. Yeah, that actually,
Yeah,
I enjoyed Donnie Yen's character.
yeah. Cause
I just, I just didn't like that. When he got killed, I was like, oh, fuck.
yeah, because he was one of the most interesting characters. Him
Yeah,
and
he
his best
was.
friend. I remember people on Twitter and stuff like they became so obsessed with his best friend, like Donnie Yen and his best friend, and
Right.
they're like, oh, they are gay, they are together, and I'm just like,
Oh
no, they are
wow.
best friends. It's like
Right.
I like Chris. He's my best friend. Doesn't mean we are together. He's just my best friend.
Exactly. Yeah.
We can be really close, good friends, and it's no problem. Like for fuck's sake, I have another friend in Norway who's my best friend. Like
Mm.
I'm not afraid to like fuck up his hair when we drink or something. It's just like we are best best
Right.
friends.
Right.
So we just joke around. I remember one day we were at the pub and
Right.
I was really drunk. And my best friend,
Right.
he always had like the ponytail, and I'm just like, no, take it out. You look so much better with the hair down. The girls looks at you, and there was like one girl there who tried to like hit on him, but she came to me and said, "I'm sorry for hitting on your boyfriend," and I'm just like, he's not my boyfriend, he's my
Oh.
friend. And she's like, no, I'm sorry, and I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. So I told my friend, and it's just like, yeah, right. We are good friends. What? Oh, it was so weird. It was a weird
Oh wow.
moment.
Oh shit. Yeah, man. I mean, that's especially nowadays. You'll definitely get that a lot, man. So.
Hmm. So it was funny though. It
Oh
was funny
shit.
though. Sorry for hitting on your boyfriend.
Oh,
He's
that's
my best friend.
damn. Yeah. I mean, and it's funny because actually that's that's the way a lot of well, that's the way some women would take it. So
Yeah. Apparently,
it's
they have never heard of bromance.
oh shit. Yeah, Chris says Butter Rogue One was also a rehash and retelling of what already was in
Yeah.
the EU. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right about that, Chris. But Rogue One was a rehash and retelling of what.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you meant to say. I got you. You're right about that. They literally reuse characters and just changed the names and also the
Yeah.
ethnic swapped the female lead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, man. That's yeah, I
One of
know
the
that's
what?
Disney, man. That's
Yeah.
Disney, man. So and not even them, man. That's just how
Hollywood is.
that's what Hollywood is. They're all doing that shit, man. And
Yeah.
you rarely find a studio that's actually keeping to the ethnicity of what their characters are actually supposed to be.
Yeah. It's like
And
I
and
don't
if
know.
they do, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
Have you seen Titans?
Come on, the Teen
The
Titans, the Titan show.
yeah, the Titans, the live action one.
Yeah, for HBO Max.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen
because
it.
it's like a guilty pleasure of mine to watch it because I like some of the storytelling there, but I
Right,
have my issues with it, and that's one, Firestorm.
right,
She
right,
is. I don't call her Firestorm because one, she doesn't have all the powers. She's more just flames because she's Starfire, so it's like, oh, she's gonna have fire, just fire.
right.
And they made her look like a hooker in the first season and
Yeah,
the
I
second
remember
one.
that.
And her acting is okay. It's not great. It's okay, but
Right,
like I say, I don't mind that it's a black person who plays the character,
right,
but I just miss the orange style with the red hair because that is like her alien form. She's an alien.
right. Well, actually, that's the way she's always looked. I mean, and
Mm,
that's another thing when it comes to a lot of these studios. These whether they're making shows or doing movies. They totally want to give you their version of what they think the character should look like
yeah,
compared to this is what we've been reading all of our lives, that this character acts like this, looks like this, and now that the studio wants to make a movie or a TV show,
mm,
then all of a sudden the character has to change, and it's
yeah, and the same happened with Tim Drake in Titans
oh
season
boy,
3. He
right?
is now a person of color, right?
Yeah, he
and
is.
Yeah, and at the same time, in the comics, now he's bisexual. So
Yeah, I know, man. And
yeah, they have all the points that they want to have this character now. So in the Titans show, I have a feeling that they are gonna make him bisexual. And the same time, he is, person of color. So it's like that is not Tim
ooh,
Drake. That's not Tim Drake.
right, right. Well, ooh, just to see him in a relationship in the on the TV show,
Yeah.
yikes! That I didn't
Yeah.
even think about that shit, man.
Yeah, so they have like I call them, they have the woke points
Right.
on the characters.
Well, because I was thinking like, look, all right, now, if case you guys haven't heard it, you guys are here for me first. What I'm thinking in my head with all this stuff that they're doing with DC, with Tim Drake, with
Yeah.
Jonathan Kent, Superman's
Oh
son.
yeah. Oh
What I'm
man.
thinking, and I could be wrong, but what I'm thinking is they're building to a queer or a gay Justice League of America.
Yeah, but they have one comic, DC Pride. They made Justice League queer.
No, but what I mean is with like more of the current characters that they have up front right now.
Yeah,
Like
they are probably gonna do that because they are
right,
already
because
doing that.
because if you have Superboy that's now being called Superman,
Yeah.
you could take him. For the person that represents Batman, you can either throw in Batwoman, or you can have like how how like Dick Grayson
Mm,
at one time took over as Batman. What
yeah.
what would stop you from having Tim Drake become Batman? For
Yeah.
he doesn't have to stay Batman. He could be Batman for a couple months, and
Yeah.
then go back to being Robin or whatever he is now. But it's like if you
Yeah.
want to have a Batman that has that kind of representation, they could either throw in Batwoman or they can throw in Tim Drake. As far as Flash goes, you can go to Future State.
Yeah.
The Future State Flash. I don't know if you've seen that. He was like a non-binary Flash,
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah.
then with Future State, you have Aqualad.
Yeah, oh man. Like when I
That's
watch, like when you see him also in the animation show, he's like
right.
really straight. And then in the comics, he's out of the blue, he's gay, and the reason he bleaches his hair is apparently because he's gay. I'm just like, dude, I have bleached my hair many times. Yeah, I am bisexual. I'm open about that. Or as I call it depends on the day. So my sexuality is bipolar because I am bipolar. So it's like a joke that I always make. The
No,
same
I
thing is
feel
if people ask about my gender, I'm just like, I'm bipolar because it's like the jokes I do. But still, no, it's starting to get so annoying that every character like Aqualad, Tim Drake,
right.
Superman Junior, as I call him, and right now, and you have X Men, you have Bobby Drake, Iceman, and I remember that comic when Jean Grey just like reads his mind, and I'm just, oh, I am gay,
Yeah,
and
I remember that. Yeah, that was
yeah,
yeah, and then with that you got Wolverine and Cyclops and
and Jean Grey, that suddenly are in a poly-ish relationship they hinted to.
boy, I
And
mean it's just it's a lot, and the thing is it's coming very fast. This is
yeah,
not like it's not like these are things that have been building up for years, and all of a sudden there's a reveal. No, these are things that all of a sudden one month they're doing this, the next month the
yeah,
next issue is like it's something completely different, and
yeah,
everybody's shocked. Like, hey, what's going on with this? And then there's Star Lord.
yeah, because he's bisexual now, right? Mhm. No, and also with the whole Iceman thing is that I remember because I was really interested to see what they did with Iceman's
Right,
comic in the young version when he's gay, because
right,
they said that the comic is going to be about how hard it is to be gay and how hard it is to be a superhero at the same time while you're gay. And I'm just thinking, but you have North Star, you have Shatterstar, you have so many other characters, hulking, and
Right, right,
Wiccan and
right,
stuff like that. You have already so many LGBT characters that have always been LGBTQ, and they've always been accepted, and they have
right,
in the comics people haven't
right.
cared much about it. It's like, okay, you're gay, that's fine. It's like, but when it came, to Iceman, it became like, oh, this is gonna be a big thing. Oh, he's like one of the first, gay people, and he's gonna have super hard problems being gay and a superhero. I'm just like, no. And the comic, oh my god, that's some of the shittiest comics I've read. Okay, Iceman has a boyfriend who apparently gets turned on if you touch him or something. It was like really weird. And do you know Wolverine's son,
Yeah,
Daken? One of my
yeah,
favorite characters of all time. Also originally bisexual, always been, always.
right.
But Daken is coming back, and back from the dead again.
No,
And he got the apocalypse powers.
yeah, Apocalypse. Yeah,
Yeah, he
right.
has the powers of him,
Oh wow.
and uh, he gets like claws all over his body basically, and he gets blue, and then he takes the Iceman's boyfriend, chokes him, and then kisses him, and then stabs him. And then later on, Iceman is fighting Daken, and then in that fight, they're kissing.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that is the Iceman comic for you.
I had no idea.
Yeah, I've
Hey,
gone through the pain to read them to see what the hell they're doing.
damn. And Chris says back in the days it was about whitewashing because they thought that white people wouldn't be interested in ethnic stories. Yeah, I
Mm,
remember that. That's that. Yeah, I remember that.
I remember. Oh,
Now, now today it's about minority washing because they want to try and
yeah.
show how great they are by inserting minorities in every story. Yeah, and actually that's the way it is in a lot of TV shows too.
Mm,
It's like when you start watching a lot of movies and TV shows, it's starting to show that everybody has one white friend, one black friend, one Chinese friend, one Indian friend, and it's like, damn, like
It's the whole
it's
package.
yeah, and it's like and they think and it's like in a lot of movies they starting to show like everybody has that kind of set of friends, and that shit's not
Yeah,
even not to say you don't have one or two, but just to say that all your best friends are all these different group of people. It's like you starting to see that shit in the comic books. You starting to
yeah,
see that shit everywhere else, where it's like it's one of everybody all over the
yeah.
place, and
It's the
that's
same
not
thing also with I remember the movie Ghost in the Shell, the live action one, if you remember
uh,
that one.
the one with Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, and the reason she's white is because first she was Asian, but then she
Right.
got killed, and then they remade her so she could be white with Scarlett Johansson. That's what happens in the movie.
And it's crazy because I had just got that movie too, and I was gonna fucking watch it. Yeah, I'm still gonna watch it, man.
Yeah, yeah. But that is
Yeah,
like how they explained it for her being white.
fuck. Yeah, I gotta watch that because I
Mm.
have the actual, I have the cartoon, and I also have number two of
Oh,
the animated.
nice.
Yeah, so I have Ghost in the Shell too, and damn, and then I got my hands on the live action. I was like, I need to see what this looks like.
Yeah,
I'm still gonna check it out though. I'm still gonna
yeah, yeah,
check it
yeah, yeah.
out.
Sorry for the spoilers.
No, no,
It's
no, no.
just a
You're
new
good.
movie.
I'm glad you told me, man. It doesn't change anything, but it just like I just wanted to see how they were, but that's not why I bought it. I just wanted to buy it just to actually see it, just to see
Yeah,
it, whether it was good or bad. I was like, sometimes when you hear that something's, when a lot of people say that something's bad, sometimes if you're just really interested and you just want to, it's like, fuck it, man. People tell me that it's bad, but I just want to see
yeah,
this for myself.
yeah. Like
It's-
Dragon Ball
yeah, and
Evolution.
that's just what, yeah, exactly. And I was the same way. Like
Yeah,
with that Dragon Ball Z movie, I heard that shit was horrible.
it
But
is.
then, and I watched it, but I was like, you know what? I had to see it for myself. As
Yeah,
I could hear everybody telling me, but I was like, how bad? Well, actually, I knew how bad it was because I saw like pictures and maybe
yeah,
like the trailer and some things. But I was like, yo, I got to see it completely put together. Like I have to see it from
yeah,
beginning to end just to know how bad this shit is.
yeah.
And
And nothing
after I
makes
was
sense in
done,
the movie.
yeah, I mean, shit, I.
It's like
but it's not the worst thing I've seen. But it just didn't. It just wasn't what it was supposed to be.
no, because the writer didn't know what Dragon Ball was. The actors didn't even know. They never heard of Dragon Ball. And I do own the movie myself, only for the memes.
Okay, yeah,
Only
all
for
right,
the memes, yeah. Because it's like it's so bad that you want to have it in your collection just for the fun.
man. Pat says it's just lazy. Don't make anything. What says it's just lazy. Don't make anything right. Just change a character's background. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same
And then
thing.
Chris says they made Star Lord polysexual to stick it to Chris Pratt, who's a
Did they make him
devout
poly? I
Christian.
thought, I, th- I thought they made him bi. Did they make him
Yeah,
poly?
well, fuck.
Because
And
that
this is
I know I'm gonna get hate for this, but I don't believe in poly relationships. I've tried it myself, and it's just a fucking mess.
mm,
Because I can only love one person. I can't love two persons in once, and it is
right.
it's weird.
Well, no, I mean, I not say I understand, but I understand where you're
Yeah, I don't
what
want
you
to
mean.
share my woman with someone else if I'm with
Oh no, of
her.
course not. I mean, yeah, I understand that. Said they use to do the diverse friends in the '90s TV shows, but it wasn't advertised or pushed as such, so no one blinked an eye. But now they have to make the whole story revolve around that. Yeah, like the
Yeah,
Power Rangers, Magic School Bus,
yeah,
Captain Planet, etc. What do
yeah.
you think about that, Jace?
I fucking like what they're doing now. That is like the whole. That's what they do. Advertise is like I hate it because you see it so clearly, and you see that they are focusing on it so fucking much. It's like, dude, if I'm gonna watch a movie, for
Right,
example, like yes, I watched Power Rangers, the live action one. It's a
right,
guilty pleasure because I like Power Rangers the original, so it's a guilty pleasure. But when I saw what they did to the characters, and one of the characters are suddenly
right,
out of the blue gay, like a
right,
lesbian, and I'm just like, she was not that in a TV show, and they were also race swapped.
right, right.
Um, it's like I hate it. Like when you go back to the old days, you have a lot of movies with diversity, and nobody cared. We
Right.
we accepted it because it wasn't pushed, and it didn't change everything. It's like they still stick to the characters. Like for fuck's sake, I'm a big martial arts guy. I love martial arts movies, and Tokyo the movie with Brandon Lee and Dolph Lundgren. It is a really diverse movie if you really watch it. Like that's just one of the few movies.
Yeah, that was Brandon Lee and Dolph Lundgren. That was fuck, what was that movie?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's been a minute since I've watched that.
yeah, Showdown in Little Tokyo.
Yeah, Showdown in Little Tokyo. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
yeah,
That was actually a very good movie. You know,
yeah.
I knew I enjoyed like The Crow.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna say this. I am a fucking big fan of the original Crow. It's one of my fucking favorite movies of all time. It's like you have Star Wars, the six movies, and then you
Right.
have the Crow, the first one. The other ones, we don't talk about them. They are
No,
shit. But the first one is amazing, and it's
yeah, the
Brandon
first one
Lee.
was very good.
And it's so sad that he
Mhm.
died on set there. And I'm gonna also, when I'm gonna do a part two with the interview with the Memnock who I had on my channel, and he knows so much about Brandon Lee, Bruce Lee, because he's connected with them.
Right,
His old master Ted Wong, his best
right,
friend Stephanie Conder, who was friends with Bruce Lee's family, and they are maybe one of the people in the world who was one of the best Jeet Kune Do fighters too.
right.
Um, but The Crow is a fucking good movie, and if you really watch that movie too, you have diverse casts,
Right.
and we don't care. It's like they're good characters. They're not written to like focus on that. They are written to like be cool characters and edgy
Right.
characters.
Yeah, and actually, I have it on Blu-ray sitting right over here, so
I
it's right next. Yeah, I love The
I,
Crow, man.
I don't have it on Blu-ray, but I have a Steel Edition collector box.
Right,
That was one of the first movies I ever bought when I was a little bit younger. Because where I live now, when I was really young, we used to have like a movie store with comics, movies, and it was like
right,
18 plus. But the guy who did run the store, he loved me. He's one of the reasons I really became a big lover of a lot of other edgy movies.
Hmm.
And he recommended this Crow to me. He found, and got this Crow movie, and then yes, I'm not old enough to buy it, but he's like, whatever. It's like, it's me.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And that movie just changed my life in so many levels.
yeah.
I
That movie was something else, man. It was just fun, and
Mhm.
it was actually it was fun. It was dark. It had like a it had like a it had like a the feel of like the 1989 Batman movie. You know, like
Yeah.
it's dark, it's raining.
Yeah.
You hear a little thunder here and there. It's always wet. It's a real it's just a real like a street feel movie, and then
Yeah.
that with
It's
the
like,
supernatural twist, and
yeah. At the same time that it is really based on gothic, inspired of a lot of goth stuff in that period.
right,
And for me, who loves metal, and I'm a real metal guy and punk guy and stuff like that,
right.
it hits the right spot for me.
Hmm.
And yeah, like Chris said, about Power Rangers, Magic School Bus, and stuff like that. Powerpuff Girls, that stuff, right? What they're doing with that one.
Oh, yeah, Powerpuff Girls, yeah,
Yeah. Chloe Bennett, she quit the show, so they are looking for a
yeah,
new Blossom.
yeah. I heard about that about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
She just finally, because I heard they were trying to rewrite it, but I
Oh
think she
yeah, that's
probably
because the script was so terrible that it got fucking leaked. They are talking about
man,
porn and basically OnlyFans, basically, and Haramba, and one of the things they said in the leak was, life. What was it? I have a picture. I'm just gonna, so I can quote it right, because I have like an anime picture. Fat Steven hates that picture because uh, it's with Sailor Moon. So, and I have the
oh,
quote under it. So he was like, "Fuck you."
oh shit, Fat Steve,
um,
yeah. Shout out to Fat Steven Seagal,
oh, he's a
great
good
guy.
guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's a
Awesome,
really good guy. Let's see. I should have
man.
it here somewhere. I have so many things on. There we go. There we go. One of the things they said in the leaked script is like, life is one big hate boner.
Hmm.
That's
That's fucked up.
and it's the same thing with I don't know if you have seen American Horror Story.
It's funny you say that. I have gotten season one about maybe 3 months ago, and I never got around to watching it
I'm
yet.
gonna say this: season 1 is good, season 2 is good, season 3 is okay, but after that it starts to go really down,
Oh,
and it becomes really woke. Like, one of the seasons are just about the election in 2016.
are you serious?
No.
The
So
election.
they became, a lot of girls become really fucking pissed off because Trump won, and they kind of focus on that in the show. And I'm just like, this is so terrible. And they make one of my favorite actors to. He's basically they kind of made him into a white supremacist character, and he's like,
Wow.
he hates everyone, and it's like, and of course he gets killed in the end, and the woman takes over, and she's like, fuck those people, fuck. So yeah, and the guy who made this show, remember, this is the guy who also made Glee, the show, the musical show.
Damn.
So he made a spin-off TV show that came out not that long ago. The new season of American Horror Story is also out. It's a little bit woke, not that woke, but I see where it's going, so I'm
Right.
really afraid. But yeah, the spin-off is named American Horror Stories, not story, but just stories.
Right.
And if you've seen some of my streams, sometimes I say, "Don't fear the dick," and that's a quote for one of the episodes in American Horror Stories, because you have one of the characters. He is like a man who loves to walk like a woman, and look like a woman, and he's a proud a proud person of his cock, you know, and it's like he loves it. And he
Right.
talks with his friend like, you can't like fear the dick. Yeah, like that's why you don't get any action. Don't
Oh,
fear the dick. And she's just like, I don't fear the dick. And later on the show, right, don't fear the dick. And it's like, what the hell is this dialogue in this show?
it, fuck. Darth Hatcher said, "What's up, everybody?" He says, "Wait, Ryan Murphy made it."
Yeah, he is the one. Because when you see American Asylum
Right.
season 2, they have some musical numbers just for because they're crazy, right? So one of the scenes are a musical,
Oh, for real?
and yeah, it's a real.
Wow.
But season 2 is really good. I love the concept.
Mm.
But one of the scenes, because one of the characters are crazy, she's kind of in a music world. Like her head is
Right.
just she starts to sing,
Right.
and then you understand this is Glee. That is basically a Glee episode. So yeah.
Well, you know what? That's cool. I mean, I'm looking forward to going through number one and then
It is the best. The first
and
one is the best.
eventually picking up number two. So
Yeah, I'm gonna say this. One of the seasons they will ruin season one's story, and that really pissed me the fuck off. Because the story around season one is it's unique. I love it.
right.
But in later, sorry for this spoiler, but later in other season when they like connect the first season to that show,
Oh,
yeah,
they tried to
and
and they messed it up.
yeah, because Tate is basically a bad guy, but not a bad guy. He's like really complex. Like it's a lot of things with him. But in that season later on, when the world has ended basically, and
Right.
there are witches and male witches, you know, the you know all that stuff. They go back to the murder house in season one, and everything that Tate has basically done, it was not because he was crazy. It was because it was a devil that like fucked him up. And I'm just like,
Wow.
no, that's not what you explained in season one the first time you made it. It's like, no, that's what happened. So the kid that Tate gets in
Right.
that season, it's not his kid. It's a devil's kid. And I'm just like, oh my
Oh,
god, is
fuck.
and the devil kid. You know how they kill him in that series? They go back in time, and one of the persons just drive over him because he doesn't have the powers yet.
That's so fucked up. And damn. And Darth Hatcher said he also made Nip Tuck.
Yeah.
Damn. What's up, Darth Hatcher? What's good, man? My man, Lord Thoth, Chris,
Yeah. Yeah.
Pat S, everybody that's in the chat. Hey, I tell you what, man. Are you in the mood to see something?
Yes, I'm always in the mood to see something cool.
Tell you what, man. Let's crack this open and see what's up, man.
Excited.
All right. Oh shit. All right.
Really nice package.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking like, what the fuck? Yeah, this is this is actually an issue that I already had, and it's funny because I was just telling Lord Thoth that I needed to get another one of these, and I seen this for fucking dirt cheap, so ended up scooping up another issue of the death of the Earth 2 Batman.
That's fucking cool, dude.
Yeah, this is the issue where he, that he dies in. So
Yeah.
yeah, you get to see the Just Society. He was a part of the Just Society of America. And
Yeah.
that's all the people you see around him. So I was happy to see this, and then this is
The Type comics were really good.
yeah, these are this is like 5 stories in one. So this is one story, and this is basically the other 4. So you have like a Flash story, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, and Dead
Ooh.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is fucking cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. It's
I'm jealous.
oh nah,
That is
man,
so
it's
nice.
Shit, man. These, yeah, nah, you don't, yeah, you don't need to be jealous, man. Actually, I mean, to be real, man, these comic books are, are very affordable. I guess, in your case, the only thing that would be hard for you would always be the shipping and handling.
Oh yeah, I did order like what was it? I ordered some hoodies, and I had to pay like 2,000 and something because of shipping.
Right.
Almost like 3,000. I don't. Oh, what the fuck is that in American? Let's see
Comic,
here.
yeah, it's a comic book right in the middle. They like what they do is they put it in this real hard, thick cardboard that's hard to bend. That
Yeah,
way, and then they tape it and they put the comic book in the middle and they
yeah.
tape it that way. While because you got people, they don't give a fuck how they treat this. They'll take it and throw it. Some people will step on
Oh,
it.
oh,
They'll,
dude,
they'll take a
I'm
box
gonna
and
tell you
throw it right
something.
on top of it. So they don't, you got people that work for the post office that they don't
Yeah,
even give a fuck. Like they'll beat your
yeah.
shit up
I'm
and
gonna
then be
tell
like,
you.
"Here you go, sir."
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you a fun story about one of the comic shops because we only have one. We have just have one comic shop basically in Norway. Like we have the same comic shop in different places in Norway, but that's
Right.
like the only thing we have in Norway. We don't have much other stuff. So the one in Oslo, it's called Outland, and it's in the biggest one is in Oslo. So every time there's a sale, they take a marker and they mark the comic or the book. I did post it on Twitter some months ago, and I still have it. I have it in my collection there. They marked it, so I couldn't get it off, and they got a really really long rant of me on a long Instagram text message. I got so pissed because one, you're destroying what they can cost later on. You destroy it for collectors who want good conditions. And yet, if it is not the best condition all the time, it's fine. But we are collectors. We want this, right? So yeah. But I got some. I got basically money back. I got some gift cards so I could use to
Basically,
whatever.
buy what you want, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Shit, at least you got compensated back for for what
Oh
you
yeah,
lost. So
because I did I told the whole YouTube community, I told the whole Instagram, I told everybody. They got fucking pissed at me, but dude, you don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me with that. We collect comics, figures, and everything. You don't fuck that up in that
right,
way.
yeah, that's yeah. It's like I hate to see like people purposely like damaging and fucking up comics. I'm like, damn. Now, if it's something that's a piece of shit, that's different. But if it's just person just being malicious like that, I don't know. I'm just real partial. I love comic books just the same.
Yeah, it's like,
Um,
what more do you have?
Actually, I think you're gonna be. It's gonna be pretty interesting. There's like a little piece of paper in here. I'm gonna remove before
Yeah.
before I show you.
Chris said, yes, you went on for about a week about the comics. Yes, I did. I went about a week on how pissed I was.
Oh, this shit is taped on the top. Okay, let me rip this. All right, cool. I was like, what the fuck?
Interesting.
All right, all right. So, Lord Thoth, I hope you're ready, man. This is from the first series of Star Trek comic books ever made.
Really? Oh,
Yeah, this is from the like 60s, 70s. Well, 70s. This is 1978. This is Gold Key. I'm not sure which issue this is. Let me see. Does it have the issue number on here? Issue number 57. And used to be 30.
wow.
This is 35 cents.
Wow.
So let me see. How we do this here, if you don't mind.
Looks pretty well. That is cool. So that's like one of the first issues they ever made, or was?
Let me see right here. This is what this. This is
That's
actually from the first series of Star Trek comics ever. So basically, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, the early mid 70s. Yeah, right around the early 70s, they started making, or late 60s, early 70s, they
hmm.
started making these Star Trek comics. And these are the first Star Trek comics they ever made. This is issue number 57. And I have about maybe about 20 to 30 of these already. Can't remember.
I really love the cover art.
Yeah, and actually, and if you look at it, it's not beat up or nothing. Like, this is
good quality. That's really good.
This is in very
good shape,
good condition. Yeah, this is 1978. So this thing is 42, 43 years old, some shit like that. Yeah, and then if you look at it, it just has like that old retro feel. Like, you could tell this is a painted cover.
Yeah, and it's really
this is
well
beautiful,
done,
man. And like you say, right when you look at the K, you can see the 35 cents.
Yeah.
So it's just some good shit, man. Cornered by an alien being frantic to know who he is. All right. Looks cool as fuck, though. I like that. Let me see. Chris says you went on for about a week about the comics. LOL. Yeah. Pat says nice. Matthew Berkland. What's good, man? Great to have you here, Matthew. Hell from North Dakota, guys. Hey, great to have you here, man. From North Dakota. That's what's up, man. Shit. Always welcome here, man.
Yeah, and
thank
hail
you for
from
being
Norway
here,
to
everybody. Yeah, man. Thank everybody for being here, man. And thank anybody that'll be watching this in the replays. You know, one of the most precious things that anybody has is their time. And the fact that you guys choose to spend your time here with us, appreciate that, man. Thank you so much for that.
Yep.
Shit. He said, Matthew said, I found the original G.I. Joe comics for free on Amazon. Are you serious? For free? Somebody just gave them away. No, I mean, I can.
Yeah.
You know what, man? People do all kinds of shit, man. You know, people will sell. I've seen people say, "Hey, you know, this is free, blah blah blah. You pay for the shipping and handling, or you come by and you pick this shit up, or there's always some kind of it's just something that they just want. They just like,
yeah,
man, get this out of my house." So I can see that, man. I mean, I used to be a manager for a moving company. So I used to pick up, all kind of I used to do all kind of shit, man. And there was a lot of times where I would go to someone's house and they were moving and they'd have big old like stacks of records, 45s, albums. I have like 3 record players. So, I love records and albums. I have some all over the place. And people would be like, "Hey, you know anybody that's interested in all these records?" And I'd be like, "Why? What's wrong?" "Oh man, they just taking up space. Like it's like they don't even give a fuck about it." So I was like, "Yo, I'll take it. Here, you can have it." And so I used to come home with fucking all kind of CDs and records and I remember one day this guy gave me a sword and I fucked around and was like, "Yo," I was like, yeah, I was raw as fuck. You'd be surprised, something like a sword. But people would be like, "Man, here, man, just get that shit out of my house." Like, all right. Fuck.
Yeah, there is people that are
and the sword, perfect condition. Albums, perfect condition. And it just wasn't like 1 or 2 people. It was like people randomly. That's the thing. It's like today people don't value like physical media and just certain shit. It's like, everybody want to be. It's like a lot of people starting to have like a minimalist kind of way of living where people want to declutter and they think that having all these like this is too much for me. So people would rather get rid of all this shit. If it comes to video games, they would rather have it digitally, get it through the Xbox Live or the PlayStation Store or whatever. That way they don't have to have the discs or whatever. And then when it comes to movies, they would try to either have it downloaded or, just find a way to actually record that shit somehow and just get rid of all the discs. And I'm like, fuck that. I'd rather just keep my shit. And then some people they'll take this and go to the pawn shop where they'll give you like a quarter for each DVD that you sell them.
Yep.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Like what kind of money is that? So if I want to sell, I have to sell 4 DVDs, 4 of these, just to make $1. Like, what's even the point? It costs more to press and manufacture the DVD than what kind of money you would get if you tried to sell it. So why would I? It just doesn't even make no sense. You know, I'd rather just have the collection and not even worry about selling any of this. Let me get this shit off of me real quick.
There we go. Hi, everyone.
Yeah, my bad, man. I was just showing comics and just.
Yeah,
but,
dude, no problem. It's your show, man. It's no problem.
Nah, I wouldn't. Nah, man. But I mean, I wouldn't do you like that, man. I apologize.
No, you don't need to apologize.
Let me see. Lord Thought says I used to do all kinds of crap as well. Yeah, man. Lord Thought says records. Love browsing for new vinyls, dude. Yeah, man, me too.
Yeah.
You know, there's like it's funny because there's like coffee shops and tea shops that do like freshly brewed teas and you know all kind of healthy shit.
Yeah.
And you walk in and they have like it's like a record shop when you walk in, and then when you get to the counters, we'll have the teas and they'll be brewing shit. So you get to, you know, even while you waiting for your tea, you can buy a record. An album is like $1 or $2. So it's like even that shit is cheap, you know. And like I say, it's like the value of just having the music. It's like you can't put a price tag on something that's timeless, like music and movies and things like that. And to me, it's like to have this. It's kind of like it makes me feel like I'm a rich man without having the money that I have. You know, but I have like all the fucking movies I could watch. You know, I could always do with more movies and more music and comic books and, you know, video games and shit. And I mean, there's just, you know, there's a lot of value in that doesn't necessarily have to be value like in money. You know, there's like a lot of, you know, food for the soul and just a lot of good things that come, you know, just the entertainment and just the music and all that. It's so much good shit in that, and it's like sometimes people tend to undervalue that. Is I guess is the best way to put it.
No, but I love being a collector and find stuff and collect them, and it's like even when I buy like anime figures or Star Wars figures or whatever, I still keep the packages and you know, all that stuff, and I collect everything that I love.
Man, cause she queen. Hey girl, how's it going? She says,
Hell
hey,
yeah,
great to have you here. Boy, I tell you, thank you. It's an honor and a pleasure to have you here. And Matthew Berkland says, I found a suit of Roman Legionnaire armor in the dumpster at an apartment building, but my wife wouldn't let me keep it. Yo.
Oh.
I'm sorry, man, but I just would be fighting. Fuck it. I'll drag that shit into the house and we'd have to be arguing over the fucking suit, man, until we came to an agreement of what we were gonna do with it. But throwing it out wouldn't have been the option, man. I mean,
no, I would.
You know,
like,
but I understand, man. Yeah, man. I mean, fuck. I would. Fuck it, man. If you know,
I'm gonna have it. And
I'd be like, I'd be like, fuck it, man. If we're gonna argue about this shit, let's argue about this shit once we drag this shit into the garage. How about that? And then we'll talk about that. Yeah, fuck, man. But I mean, you did what you had to do, man. So I understand. Lord Thought says, hell, cause she queen. That's what's up, man. I just got Orge a new record player for his birthday in March. So excited to look at the vinyl. Yeah, oh man. You know, I tell you what, man, if you guys ever want to see, I mean, I don't have all my records here, but I have a couple. I'll pull out what I have, man, one day and get to showing off the, you know, and it's like I have like a few hundred, you know, I mean, it goes from wall to wall, goes about maybe 4.5, maybe 5 feet, and it goes all the way It's like this has to be about 9-10 feet across all the way to the other side. So it's like and I mean that's just what I got here in storage. I got the other thousands, and then with that, the records and everything else.
Yeah.
So and then fuck it, like I said, my whole comic book collection's here. I mean, but I mean, if you guys would like to see some vinyl one day, I'll definitely
I would love to
post
see
it
it.
early. Yeah, and I mean, it would be a bunch of random shit because I have like Disney records from like the 60s, like Peter Pan, and I mean from the original. Like it's not like from the movie, but they did like where Peter Pan was like teaching kids how to sing, like sing-alongs and a bunch of other like crazy shit, but they're all old from like the early mid 60s. And yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of different things I have. So yeah, I would love to show off a little bit, what I have.
Yeah.
And let me see, the chat just jumped on me. Says Lord Thought says my wife and I actually took a road trip last weekend. We had dinner on the patio place, then went vinyl browsing at an old closet shop. Man, it was fun. Man, going into old thrift stores, around Houston, because I'm over here in Houston, Texas.
Yeah.
They have like retro stores where you go in and everything that you find it was like you'll find like CDs, but you'll find a bunch of like albums.
Yeah.
The clothes would be from like the 70s and the 80s and the 60s. It wouldn't be nothing like 90s or the year 2000 because that's too current. But if you can see a lot of 80s clothes, 70s clothes, 60s clothes with polka dots, butterfly collars, bell-bottom pants, just a lot of different, and it's turtlenecks. It's just, you could see a lot of old retro shit. And it's like, just to go in there and just see the way they sport like different shades back then and just the styles, man, and like hats and different. Oh man, it's get you look. It's like taking it's fun, and it's like it's taking a trip back. And just when you see it, it's like damn.
I really wonder how it was to live in that time.
Yeah, I know, man. Seeing like old 8-tracks. Actually, I have a few of my dad's 8-tracks. I don't have an 8-track player, and yeah, those are. I mean, there's a lot of different things out there. They also had like laser discs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the old you can actually find like they're like big as fuck, man. And I see a lot of those on sale, but I'm like, well, fuck, I can buy them for like $1 or $2 for like fucking laser disc. But I'm like, well, why would I ever play this on? Like, it's hard. It'll be harder to find a laser disc player or an 8-track player. Yeah, and sometimes it's hard to find a good cassette player to play old school regular cassettes, tape cassettes that people used to record music on. To even find one that's functional that won't eat up the fucking tape. Yeah, it's hard to find that. It's kind
really
of
hard to find. Me and my dad.
I mean, a good one that's not. It's like you'll fucking put you put the tape in, hit play, you hear, and then it's like you'll stop it, try to pull it out, and all the tape, all wild. I was like, what the fuck, man? It's like
That is so sad when that happens. I remember
man.
A lot of my favorite movies when I was young, and I got so pissed.
Yeah, it's like I've had a lot of shit just get eaten up like that.
Because my dad, he also used to collect a lot of VHSs and everything like
VHS
that.
Tapes. And that's another thing. I do have a VHS player sitting in the closet with the remote and everything. It's like that shit's it's just like easily like 35, 40 years old. Like it's it's fucking it's like you can find them, but it's like you'd have to take a chance every time you buy one. Like you'd have to take like your shittiest VHS tape and put it in there just in case if it fucks up, you won't have to play your good ones and take a chance. You'd have to get like a piece of shit VHS tape that you don't mind if it gets destroyed, just to test it out. Yeah, it's you got to be careful with those things. Yeah, man.
And every time you had to rewind the tapes.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yep, you have to rewind it.
Yeah.
It's funny. I used to be a manager at Blockbuster.
Yeah.
And man, you always had to make sure that the folks, if they don't rewind it, you know, they get in trouble for that shit, man. So,
Yeah.
man, let me
The
see.
still face.
Pat S says, I found a baby in front of a firehouse. Free baby. Oh, Pat S.
Free
That's a good one,
baby.
man.
But no, my dad, he had the original Star Wars trilogy, and before all the special effects, when Hans shot first and everything.
Ah, it's funny that you say that because where is it? It's right here. I have this DVD that I bought. It came out maybe about 15 years ago.
Yeah,
And the DVD that came out, it was put out by Lucasfilm and 20th Century Fox.
yeah,
This was before Disney. It was like 5 years or so before
yeah,
Disney bought it. About 5 or 6, yeah. And what happened is they had put out the original version of Star Wars. They put out the original version
yeah,
without the special effects, and they put it out on DVD.
yeah,
And then, so it's 2 discs. One disc has the updated special effects, and then the other one has the original copy of how it originally came out.
yeah.
And you can actually find that on Amazon, and
Hmm.
but people charge more.
Yeah, of course they do.
Yeah,
And
so
if I'm gonna buy something like that, I need to get myself a DVD or Blu-ray player that are region free.
hmm,
Because I live in Norway and the fucking region.
region free, yeah, exactly.
It's the same thing like in Norway. We don't get a lot of anime to Norway. We have certain websites that we need to pay for, but they don't have a lot. I think like the only anime website we do have in Norway is like Crunchyroll, and you don't get every single thing that I want to watch on Crunchyroll. So unfortunately, I have to, like I said this a lot in streams, I don't promote pirating, but since I live in Norway, we are basically a lot of us need to pirate a lot of things because we don't get it to Norway, and that is so annoying.
Right. Well, I mean, yeah. Hopefully, um, I don't think the prices of like shipping and all that kind of shit. I don't think it'll those kind of things that once they hike up the price, they leave it there.
Yeah, it's
So whatever prices are, now that shipping and handling is more expensive around the world, they're just
yeah,
going to keep it like that. And like of course
yeah,
they did it because
unfortunately.
of the pandemic. They brought up the price, but I think now that people are just adjusted to paying that, that's just the way it's going to be from now on.
Yeah,
It's fucking
unfortunately.
unfortunate, man.
Mm. No, that's how it is.
Let me see right here. Stay at home podcast. JM Cruz says hell at 24/7 Fusion Media and hell at Jace.
Hey
Oh,
GM, he's a really good guy. He's been on my stream sometimes. He's a really good guy.
oh
We are
yeah,
gonna
man.
do some.
Yeah. I mean, he supports. He supports a lot of people, man. Hey, thank you for
Yeah.
being here, JM Cruz,
Uh,
man. Thank you, man.
I love that guy. We are gonna do some more streams together, talk about movies and stuff. So it's gonna be really fun.
He's saying hail to Lord Thoth and Pat S and Kashy Queen and Matthew Berkland and Chris Zion. So I still have some of my VHS tapes. Yeah, I do too, man. There's some, you know,
Same here.
there's one thing that I've noticed as I transition from VHS to DVD and to Blu-ray is that all the things that came out on VHS, some things were able to come like re-release on DVD,
Yeah.
and a lot of things will never ever like it's like basically to watch certain movies you have to get it on VHS because you'll never find it on DVD or Blu-ray.
Yeah.
And
That can
then
happen.
there's a lot of DVDs that will only be DVD. There's a lot
Yeah.
of DVDs that will never ever become Blu-rays.
Yeah, we have that in Norway. We have a lot of like Norwegian movies and series, and they
Right.
are not on Blu-ray.
And And the thing is, it costs companies a lot of money to re-release, VHS, and then re-release the same thing on
Yeah.
DVD, and then re-release the same thing again on Blu-ray, and then re-release the same shit over again on 4K. It's like, and then I heard next is coming is 8K. I heard
Oh
8K is
yeah.
coming. So fuck, we just got to 4K, but now people are talking about 8K.
Hey, and
So
what's gonna be next? 10K?
if what 12K or something, it's like
Yeah.
4 to 8 to 12. Is that how it skips? So it's like, and then it's like, but the thing is, these companies are not going to keep putting out the same shit over. And I mean, there's going to be some things that are going to be so classic that some people are going to want maybe The Godfather in 4K, and
Yeah.
then maybe but then how many? It's only going to be so few things. The more it keeps going, the only way you're going to watch something is either when they decide to show it on HBO Max or Disney Plus or whatever, or
Yeah.
Hulu, or are you going to own your own shit? That way you don't have to go to Disney Plus. You pick it up, you put it in the player. You don't be
Oh yeah.
lazy. Pick it up, put it in the player, hit play, and watch it.
Yeah.
Some people just want to sit there and press a button. Nah, man,
Yeah.
grab the DVD, go to the DVD player, put it in,
Oh yeah. I agree
and
on I
and
agree
yeah,
on that.
man. I mean, you can take 7-8 steps, go to the
It's not that hard.
yeah. I mean, but some people nowadays, man, they don't want to take those 7-8 steps, man. So it's like, yeah, get up, take the 7-8 steps, put it in there, hit
Yeah,
play, man,
and
and
think
and
about this. Suddenly, the internet doesn't work for some days or one day or
man,
something, and you have nothing to do. Like, well, I have DVDs, I have Blu-rays. I can just pop in a movie or a show or whatever.
right, yeah, that's true, man. There was a time where I went years without having internet.
Yeah,
Years. We're talking like 3-4 years straight, no internet. I had electricity. So with electricity, powers the,
yeah,
the TV, DVD player, and all I had was like hundreds of DVDs, and I'm just sitting there and just in my
yeah,
own world, man, and not bothered with the internet and all that other shit. But then it got to the point where kind of like you had to have it in
yeah.
order to keep up with the world. So
No, I do understand. Like the way I grew up after when I moved to my dad. It's like me and my dad. We grew up really poorly. We didn't have much money and stuff like that. So we never had great internet. So I could never like play online with friends. I never played online on PC and
right,
nothing because the internet we had such a bad internet where he lived because they didn't make the houses that he have lived in. They don't have like the normal internet things or stuff like that.
right,
So we has to have like a little mobile internet thing to like so we could get internet. So what we normally did is that we bought a lot of yeah, the
VHS,
tapes. Yeah,
right,
thank you.
right,
And DVDs, and
right.
sometimes we went to the library to like just to get some
To rent, yeah,
DVD. Yeah,
yeah,
and since me and my dad we lived in a little country together,
right,
and we didn't have a lot of places to buy DVDs and stuff like that. So
right,
what me and my dad ended up doing was that we did pirate everything on the PC when we could. So we had like all the DVD, like pirate DVDs. We could like
right,
watch that because me and my dad we were poor. We had to switch hoodies, T-shirts, and stuff like that. We had so little money, so we had to do what we could.
right. Actually, I understand that. That's the thing. The reason, to be honest, the reason why didn't have internet and all that other shit was because I was living in an apartment complex. It was all bills paid, but the bills was what all bills paid is you basically you just pay the rent. But when you pay
Yeah,
the rent, it covers the electricity, the water, the
yeah,
trash, the gas, and that's it.
yeah,
So I pay $700 a month,
yeah,
and that covered all those things, and I have unlimited electricity. But the thing
yeah,
is, there's no internet.
yeah,
So fuck, man. I mean, I had to do without the internet, but I was like, shit. I That was fine with me because with one payment everything else was covered.
Yeah.
So the only thing I had to do aside of paying the rent is buy food. And
Yeah.
then from there, I started, collecting DVDs because, they were going like in Houston, you can get I walked in, 20 DVDs for $5. I said,
Yeah.
holy shit, 20 of these for $5? They were like, yeah. Okay, I'll sit there and fucking walk out with a
Yeah.
stack like this and just,
Yeah.
2 bags.
That's understandable.
And I mean, and that's the thing. It's like I'm buying it for so cheap, and
Yeah.
just let me. I pay $15-20. Let me get a DVD player, and boom, I have an endless amount of movies. And all of a
Yeah.
sudden, 10 movies became 20, 20 became 40. Then I'm 100, 200. Then I'm in the thousands, and then boom, then it's like, but this, it took years, man. But this is like, but it wasn't expensive. This is just, last 15 years or so
Yeah.
buying it, but it's like spending so little money. I spent a little bit of money and got a whole lot in return.
Yeah. Like
And
I go to shops that I get used stuff, used DVDs,
right.
Blu-rays, and other stuff like that. And I did buy myself some DVDs, and I found some Norwegian DVDs that are not on Blu-ray or anything. I'm just like, I've heard about this movie, never seen it. I'm just gonna grab it. I'm just gonna grab this. Oh, this looks fun. I'm just gonna.
Right.
And that's also when I found Dragon Ball Evolution again. I'm just like, oh fuck it, I'm gonna buy it. And I found also, surprisingly, I found anime, the animated Matrix movie, Animatrix. So I did found that in the original DVD.
I remember the Animatrix. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
yeah, actually I own that. I own that.
yeah,
That
same
was
here.
that was actually very good. I like that. There was a bunch of short stories.
Yeah, and when I saw that, I'm just like, I need this. I need it because this is childhood memory.
Yeah, that's because I have the 10-disc Matrix box set.
Yeah.
And even before that, I had like all like the Matrix Revisited, Matrix 1, 2, and 3, the Animatrix, and then I even had that that I had the 2 Matrix games.
Oh yeah. Path of
Enter the
Neo
Matrix.
and Path
It
of
was
Neo.
Yeah, I had Enter the Matrix, and then I
Yeah.
had the Matrix trilogy game.
Oh yeah.
So I had both of those, and it's like basically when you have all the movies, you have the Matrix Revisited and the 2.0 and all that old crazy Matrix shit. You have all those.
Yeah.
You have the Animatrix. You have the whole world
Oh yeah.
of the Matrix right there.
I remember first time I really got into a TV show was Prison Break. And I bought, I got the game, I got all the shows. I got the movie. Well, that was like 2 episodes that never got released, and that explained more of the season ending. And when they made it to a movie, and I got that, and
Right.
I had everything. I never got to buy or find the last season they made because I don't know if they ever came out on Blu-ray or DVD or something. Never really looked up it, but I will probably do it if
Yeah,
if I
it
find
did.
it.
Yeah,
It did
it
come
did.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that was like one of my favorite TV shows, and I just like that's how I started watching TV shows, was that show. I really got into like live action TV shows and different stories, other than Batman Beyond and all the old stuff that we grew up on.
Stay at home podcast, 24/7 Fusion Media. Cool fucking shirt. Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Oh, RoboCop, the original.
Yeah, RoboCop. Yeah, man. I love RoboCop, man. I got
The second movie is still my favorite. I love the fight with the big one and with RoboCop. I just
Yeah, no, I have number 1. I have the director's cut. So I love that shit on Blu-ray, man. It's fucking awesome, man.
How did you feel about the remake they did?
I have that where RoboCop was like in the black kind of dark armor. The potential for it to be good was there, but the fact that the script and the way RoboCop came about, I didn't like that, man.
it felt weird. It felt
It
so out of
did.
place. It was
It
just like,
did. Did you hear what they're trying to do now?
no,
They're trying to they're trying to make RoboCop Returns, and they're
really,
trying to go with Peter Weller, the guy from the first RoboCop.
yeah, from the first and second,
Yeah, the
yeah.
original. Yeah, they're trying to bring him back.
Oh,
So
that would
they're trying to talk to him, and they're trying to bring him back to do another RoboCop movie because
as
now,
long as it doesn't go woke, I'm
right?
happy.
That's what I'm hoping. And the thing is, it's like you got a lot of old characters, a lot of old actors coming back to reprise roles that they haven't played in like 20, 30, 40 years.
Yeah,
You got a lot of people coming back now, and I would love to see Peter Weller come back as RoboCop, just as long as they fucking do
yeah.
it right and they don't kill his ass. And now we have a
Female version.
oh man,
Just
it's
wait, just wait. They're probably thinking about it.
I hope not, but it would be nice that some people would actually bring back the heroes and not fucking kill them or make them look woke. I mean, that's all I want, man. If he agrees to it and he comes back, please, man, do a good RoboCop movie, man. I mean, that's
Yeah, because that's RoboCop. It is one interesting of a character.
well, I mean, even the thing is but even if look, hold on, let me see something. Let me roll through the chat real quick and because I've seen a few WASDFM, Hail Chat, Hail 24/7 Fuel, Fusion Media, and Hail to Jace. That's what's up, man. Thank you, WASDFM, man. Appreciate you, bro. Pat S says we should do an online swap meet on YouTube one day. That would be cool. Man, that would actually be pretty cool, man. That's a good idea, man.
Yeah.
Stay at home podcast. JM Cruz says, what's going to be next is the data will be uploaded to our brain and we can watch it anytime. LOL. But tech is also scary. It is, man. Yeah, you never know how they're trying to integrate, technology and just human beings. I mean, they're already doing certain things, man. So you never know which way that should go. My man Low Spec says, "Oh shit, they stacked up again. Hope they don't they're Velcro to the wall or something." Oh, you talking about the movies? Yeah, man. I got them locked down a little better this time, man. Yes, yeah, they fucking fell and shit. So I had to fucking rearrange them shits that way they can hold up. But they've been holding up for a minute, so I learned from my mistakes.
Yeah.
Pat S says library DVDs are free. Yeah, they're free to rent from the library. But me, I would still just rather buy my shit, man. I'm just like that. Stay at home podcast says I got 52 to season 2 to season 8 of Supernatural, but decided to sell them after when we were moving out. I feel you, man. I mean, you did what you had to do, man.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on the RoboCop reboot? Oh, well, yeah, we just kind of. He said that's funny. Peter's already way too old for that. We might see another Indiana Jones accident again. Well, actually, with that, Peter Weller wasn't really doing that much moving around to begin with, man.
No, and it was really hard to also move around in the suit.
Right. And I mean, but with today's technology, there's no, ain't no telling which way that, they can bring them back in a lot of different ways. And I think bringing them back in the suit would be the best, but they can actually
CGI
make the suit, make the suit lighter to where it's like he can move around, but he doesn't have to be so weighed down. There's a lot of things they can do with the way shit is now.
Yeah, basically what they did with Iron Man, like have some suits, and they also did CGI on his suit and armor.
Right.
There's a lot of things they can do, but still, I would love to see more of the original suit and the weird movements, and just feel the character of how he was and respect that. It's like, yeah, he's not even though he's RoboCop, he also had problems, and he's a little bit handicapped because of it, because he
Right.
can't move all
Right.
around like a normal person.
And it would kind of be like the Mandalorian kind of thing where you have Luke Skywalker coming back. Of course, you have Mark Hamill.
Yeah, with
I
the
mean,
bad
that's all kind of
CGI.
things you can do to bring back Peter Weller as RoboCop, and even if it's to where he would do mostly voiceovers or whatever. I mean, even to that degree, there's a lot that they can do to have him in there to have the feel
Yeah.
of him being RoboCop again.
Yep.
I mean, it's the possibilities are endless with that.
You just need good writing, and don't go to
Right.
that
And
point.
yeah, man. And everybody that's out there, if you enjoy what you're listening to, you enjoy the conversation that we're having, if you could, please, hit the like button, share it if you can. It would definitely be appreciated. And if you haven't subscribed, it'd be nice if you
Yeah,
did.
subscribe to him. He's a fucking awesome guy.
Subscribe to Jace. He's awesome as well.
Thank you.
And actually, I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
I know that right now, you know, you're working with a team of creators,
Yeah.
and I wanted to ask you about your studio. I was very intrigued on knowing
Oh yeah.
what you have going, and if you could, take it from the top and let everybody know, what you have, what you have going on, what are you working on, and the name
Oh
of your
yeah.
studio.
Like my studio is named 540 Studio. The name 540 has always like been a name that was with me since I was a child. I don't know
Right.
why, but when I was young, I used to make like my own comic stories. I used to make my own characters, and I never basically had any name for the universe. So the name 540 was always there. So it's just
Right.
something that was with me my whole life.
Hmm.
And when I was young, I always want to create a company-ish thing. I want to get people and like work with people and make, movies, comics, whatever.
Right.
Um, so many years went by. Like I'm 25. I will be 26 this year.
Hmm.
So I'm still pretty young, but I'm closing up to 30, so I feel a little bit old. But
You good.
no, so there went a lot of years. Been thinking about this for many, many years, and I never found the right people, because all the friends that I used to have, we disband. Like we're not friends anymore. We just
Right.
went our ways, grew apart.
Right.
A lot of the old friends that I did have, they went more of the they went more of the woke way, we can say.
Right.
um, and it was in uh 2019 I started to think more about it. But still, I kind of made 540 Studio in 2019 actually, but I didn't have any people. I didn't create anything, but I made the plans. I had the name in order. I had a concept in order, what I want to do. So in 2020, I got some friends. And it started with just me and a friend he's not a part of 540, but he was just he was the guy who helped me streaming games. That's how it started, just streaming
Right.
games. So that's like we got the name, and we started to like try to build that up. So the start was that my friend, he was streaming on his channel first, and then we started to talk about the 540 and try to build it up, and then we made a Twitch, and then we you know got one more on the team. She
Hmm.
still works for me, um, um, and she is one of the editors in my
Right.
company. I'm also an editor, so like we both edit videos. She's more of the she's better with like when it comes to like YouTube-ish fun videos with gaming,
Right.
stuff like that.
Right.
I am more of a movie editor. Like when you see my edits and what I do, you
Right.
get more of
I have.
the movie feel, because that's what
Right.
I'm specialized in. Um, no, and then she got on board, and then I got another person on board, and we just grew, and start with just playing Minecraft and stuff on Twitch, but that was like never what I wanted to do. That was not the whole plan of the thing. But it was like a really nice build up to what we are now, if you know what I mean.
Right. So are you still on Twitch?
No, that Twitch got deleted a long time ago now. We was affiliated and stuff like that, but we went with the gaming. We went over to YouTube instead.
Okay.
And Yeah, so it was a lot of gaming first.
Right.
We tried this thing with talking different topics and playing games, but it became really annoying because we focused on the game and tried to have a discussion. Did not work.
Right. I understand that.
Yeah. And no. So I was thinking like you have Midnight's Edge, you have Geeks and Gamers, all of
Right.
these people that always inspired me,
Right.
like with YouTube, and I always wanted to do something on YouTube, and
Right.
that's a perfect way to like promote my company and stuff like that. Because 540 Studio is more than just YouTube. It will be more than just YouTube. We will try to make movies, shows, comics, whatever, and try to find people who want to work with this and make your own entertainment instead of only having woke Hollywood, but make your own entertainment. If you know what I mean.
Right.
Yeah.
Actually, that's actually that's a very what's the word? There's a word. That's a very special, very special thing, in wanting to do something to be the alternative to give the people what they want.
Yeah.
And it's hard to be a creative. I don't really say much about this, but there's a few things I'm working on, and I don't really like to say much because before I really open up my mouth, I'd rather just have my shit ready. And right
Yeah.
now, I'm working on it. But there's it's to be creative. Everybody has creativity in them. Some people
Yep.
use it in different ways. Sometimes creativity has to be worked on, and with me, there are some things that kind of come more naturally than others, and I just I always find myself trying to improve, get better. And
Yeah.
when like even with us doing what we do, we're surrounded by a lot of great people that have a lot
Oh
of
yes.
creative talents, and it's like it's
And
I
what I
know
can.
I'm inspired. Like me, like I'll give you an example. When I saw you uh not too long ago, it was last week, actually, with Chuck Dixon, and I saw you with Midnight's Edge. I was pumped. I was like, oh shit, my man, look at him. And I was like,
Yeah.
he's doing it. And it's like,
Thank you.
when I see shit like that, it's like it's the opportunities to grow. It's like,
Yeah.
you sitting there going through a whole stream, with it's like, it's supposed to be you and your co-host, but you were there by yourself. It's you with Midnight's Edge and Chuck Dixon, and you're sitting there and you're asking questions, and it's like the whole conversation, everything was flowing. It's like, it's hard to engage sometimes like that, and it's like you have to. It's like in order to grow, you have to sometimes put yourself in situations that you're not
Mm.
really comfortable in being. And I
Yeah.
know, sometimes we struggle with our words and with our ideas, and but the thing is, it's like, even at times when you feel like you might
Yeah.
be struggling, you always got to push ahead, and
You have to push
those
you
things.
have to push yourself a little bit.
Right,
You
right,
have to go away from your comfort zone, and you have to
right,
push yourself a little bit. It's like if you have anxiety, like going outside, like I do. I have anxiety, for example. what I do is that I push myself every day to get better, so I
Right.
can. It will be better for me to go out. I will just push myself a little, even if
Right.
it's just like 20 minutes outside. But
Mm.
you have to go the baby steps and do what's uncomfortable. Like I always say
Right.
at
There you go.
end of my streams, I always say is that life is too short. Make the most of it, because that is how I think. You
Right.
have to make the most of it, and even if you feel that someone is pushing you down, there are drama in the community or other stuff, there's so
Right.
much going on, don't let it break you. Still
Right.
stay on your feet and do
There you
what you
go.
do. Be
Yeah, man.
strong.
Yeah, that's yeah. You're right. You're right. And and then with that, even when it comes to being creative, sometimes we struggle with trying to be creative and
Yeah.
stay in tune with what we're doing. Whether we're talking like this or you're trying
Mm.
to create an idea for a comic book or for a TV show or for a podcast. It's like one thing I notice is it's best to, like you say, just stand strong, go through it, deal with it,
Yeah.
and you'll always come out better
Yeah.
for doing it.
Yeah.
And it's like sometimes, like when it comes to me and my creative ideas, when I'm writing or I'm trying to create a character, it's like I struggle with that shit sometimes.
Yeah.
And
That's
but
understandable.
but the thing is, it's like even though I'm struggling, and sometimes um, I have ideas and I'm like, nah, that's just not good enough. I still write it down. I still, that way. Sometimes you can always make a good idea out of something that you didn't think was working,
Yeah.
and sometimes you have to apply, reapply. Sometimes you have to walk away from it and then
Yeah.
come back to it, or sometimes like skip past it and
Yeah.
then keep working ahead and then try to work your way back to it. There's different ways to try to get around certain parts of creativity, and it's like,
Yes.
and just as long as you keep pushing.
Yeah, and like I was gonna say is that with my company too is that it's not all fun and games, because there
Right.
are decisions that you have to take. There is, of course, it will always be drama in a company. There's always things you have to do, and like being the boss, and you have to talk to every employee who works for you,
Right.
and at the same time you have to think they're also your friends in real life too. But what I do, and I have to turn off my friendship, and then you have to work, and it's like after I'm done working, like I feel so bad if I'm because people have seen that some of my members are not on the streams anymore.
Right.
And like I said, I hope that people will respect privacy, but they're not no longer, in the company. They
Right.
are doing solo right now
Right. Right.
because stuff that happened. Um, so now it's we have Chris that you saw in the chat. He's my co-host for Beyond and Je- Tales of the Jedi Archives.
Right.
Um, so I have him. He's an amazing guy. He is so good to have on the side and help
Mm.
me doing these streams. And
Right.
we started as just friends, and then we became good friends. And then he became, a part of my company.
Mm.
And then I have another Chris, and that's my gamer and editor for my
Right.
gaming channel. But we have another channel, and it's gonna change a little bit because we are gonna do gaming. We are also gonna have like game discussions and reaction videos on just watching funny, stupid videos.
Right.
Um, and so yeah, we don't. There are not many in my company at the moment, but I am like looking for people to hire and get in because I want to build this up. I want to make this big.
Right.
Um, and baby steps. That's what I do. Don't
There you
rush it.
go.
Don't stress it. But baby steps.
Right.
Starting a company, it took me many years to get this on place,
Mm.
and it's not 100% on place yet because baby fucking steps to make
Right.
everything work. So what we are doing lately is that we are doing YouTube. We're going through articles, we're going through news, everything from political till into movies, shows, comics that we all
Right.
talk about. But I can reveal some plans that we do have. It's gonna probably take 2 or 3 years before we get this on place because baby
Right.
steps. But in 540 Studio, we are gonna make a fan film of the original concept of Star Wars with Anakin Starkiller when it was Anakin Starkiller and not Luke Skywalker or Anakin Skywalker.
Uh,
Because I have the comic of the original concept when
right.
stormtroopers have lightsabers and everything. So what I have done with some friends of mine is that we have taken this concept, we have some of the story, and we have rewritten so many things with new characters, new storylines, and made it bigger and different. And I'm gonna reveal that our stormtroopers will have light access also because we are gonna try to film the most things in Norway.
Mm.
So we want light access on the stormtroopers also because a little bit Viking style for the fun of it,
Right.
right?
Right.
So we have a lot of plans like that. I also have a plan to make. I have two concepts. I'm gonna make a short horror movie that are not the traditional horror movie that you have
Right.
seen on TV or movies. What I'm gonna do is that this concept, I did reveal it on one of the streams I did with Chuck Dixon. I did reveal it more there, and it's a horror movie based on the Viking mythology, so it's gonna be really different and unique.
Ah.
And you are not gonna, like I say, you will never know who the bad guy really is because you're gonna use your brain to think who really is possessing one of the characters. You're gonna
Right.
think who can it be? Like, can it be Loki? Can it be someone else? Can it be a
Right.
kid of Loki? You don't know. So it's gonna be a really good concept. And another thing that I will make, but I'm not sure if this is gonna be a comic book or if it's gonna be like a short live action or animation.
Right.
And I have the picture of one of the characters. Here I'm gonna show you. I have it. Um, there we go. That photo right there. That is
Right.
one of my characters. The mask. This mask is called Micah. It's the mask of Micah, and this mask, and the storylines that I have for this character is that every single story, you have the first story that's about this character you see right now, right?
Right.
That's the character you see first. And yes, that's where I made my character Jace Fox. That's basically the character I used to call his character. But I'm gonna change the name because Jace Fox is now, that's my name.
Right.
But the story here is that you're not gonna focus on the face. You're not gonna focus on their gender, their any sexuality or anything. But what this character is that it's no superhero stuff. It's nothing. It's about having a mental health, about have a bad family environment. Like, it's a lot of things about real problems in life, and
Right.
every story will be a different character. This is the first character with the mask of Micah, and yeah, the mask has my tattoos because this character is based on my life. But in every, I'm not going to reveal the stories I have made, but in every story, you are going to see half their faces at the end.
Hmm.
And they all have met each other one time in life, like just gone past each other and something like that. So my next, after I have made this comic with this character and
Right.
show how the mental health of bipolar, being autist, because I have autism, so I am a little bit of an artist, right?
Right.
So I've said this a couple of times to Chris earlier, is that sometimes on streams it sounds like I don't care, but that's not the case. It's just because my autism, it makes me sound like I don't care because you don't know how to respond all the time. So you're just like, okay, mm-hmm, you know.
Right.
Um, so this character, you will see the background, how the relationship with the mother and the father and school, and about what goes inside your head. You're gonna see it from this person's perspective, how
Hmm.
they feel. You're gonna deep dive into the characters. So the only thing I'm going to spoil for this character is that the end of the story, he's going past a little girl that he sees is crying, and then he says something to her to like keep strong. So in the next story, it's about her. And the mask is not a real mask. It's a mask that just pops up to the next character because you're not going to focus on the face. So
Right.
this character can be anyone, you know? If you want to
Right.
cosplay the character, you can make your own version, your own story. It's going to be a really deep dive in mental health and different mental healths and environments with the characters. So that's
Yo, yeah, that shit sounds yo. Actually, you have a lot of great ideas, man. And
thank you.
I look, I know when it's due time, I'll still be here. Hopefully everybody will still be here. But I'm not going nowhere. So I know I'm speaking for me. I'll still be here. So whenever you're ready, please, man, let me know. And whatever I can do, and to help
Yeah.
support, and because I want to see this shit come to life, man. And that's the thing. It's like
Yeah.
we have people that have great ideas,
We
and
have.
and 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 they can do a lot of great things if they have the support, man.
Yeah.
But
But one
and it's and sometimes the support goes beyond money. It's just people saying, "Hey, man, I'm here for you." Like people telling you, "Hey, you're doing a great job. I can't wait till I see this. I can't wait till I read this. I can't wait till I watch this or whatever it is that you're putting out." To know that people are sitting there and they respect what you're doing, and they can't wait to hear it. They can't wait to see it. They can't wait. They
Yeah.
can't wait to read it.
Yeah.
And that's and me, from everything that you said, I'm interested, and I'm looking forward to to seeing you getting started. And you say it'll be another
Yeah.
2 or 3 years. Well, another
Yeah.
2 or 3 years.
I'm gonna
I'll
make
be
it.
here, and I can't wait, man. I'm
Yeah.
excited.
It's like since I'm gonna recruit people at some point, more people who wants to
Right,
create content and who wants to be on streams, talk about their side of this stupid trashy woke culture that destroys everything that we love.
right,
And we have to fight back, and one of the ways to fight back is making your own entertainment
right.
and
There
show
you
that
go.
we make better comics, we make better movies than you guys. Even if we have a gay character or trans character,
Right,
whatever we have, we want to focus on the story, and that's what we care about. It can be a trans character, we don't care. We care about the story to this person. We are
exactly.
not, yeah. So when I can recruit new people who has ideas and want to make, I want to continue this Micah story with the mask. So if I get other people that has ideas what they want to do with the character like this, I'm just like, you can use the idea that we already have, make more comics, and you can use your story to it, not just my stories that I have made,
Right, right,
but I want you to show your talent, show your passion for this, and do something you really love and enjoy.
right. No, that's some good shit. Actually, there's been a lot of people. Well, everybody, there's been folks in the chat that's been responding to what you were saying,
Yeah.
and here we go. Oh, the wake down says hail 24/7. What's up at Jake's Forks? My man, the wake down. Hey, what's going on, my brother? Hopefully everything's good with
Wake
you,
down.
man.
Hey, mate. Was good to see ya.
And it says stay at home podcast. GM Cruz says it's better to make it happen and talk about it when it's done and accomplished. There you go, man. That's just me, man. But it's always good to
Yeah.
know that, hey, people are working on things. So and while I know in the next 2 or 3 years, while Jason's working on his stuff, I'll be working on mine too.
Yeah.
And it's good to know that folks are busy, behind behind the screen, doing some things to try to bring some good entertainment and extra content to y'all, other than just making what you see before you,
Hmm.
making videos, doing live streams. To know that there's folks working to try to do extra. It's always good, and I just want to support that. And dude, I appreciate you actually sharing that, with this, with me and everybody else.
Yeah, it's like
Um,
one of the reasons I want to share it too is because one, I know I'm not a big YouTuber, I'm not or anything like that, but
right,
I want to show some light to the people who watches us. I want to show some inspiration that there's a lot of things we can do, and there's so many good people out there that are not
right,
appreciated enough. Like we have so many in this community that makes so many things. Like we have Chuck Dixon, who is a fucking
right,
legend. And
right.
when I go to the comic shops in Norway, they're like, who is Chuck Dixon? And I'm just like, have you ever heard about Nightfall? Yeah, it's a good comic. Yeah, that's Chuck Dixon was working on that and a lot of other Batman stuff. And Punisher, like, oh really? And I'm just like,
Wow, yeah,
people are there are so many talented and even like Chuck Dixon that are so underrated in this community and so much, and all of them deserve love and for what they're making and what they want to make. There's so many good people here, and that's why I want to try to support so many people that watches us, that listens to us, and be a not just a community, but kind of also be a family and take care of each other, help each other grow, help each other to see the light and stuff like that. It's,
man.
yeah.
You hit the nail right on the head. It's actually we need more people like you stepping up, man, and just the thing is that just know you're not alone, man. There's a lot of people that
Yeah.
I'll tell you like this. Me personally, I want to see you make it, man.
And I want to
You
see
know,
you
I
make
want
it,
I
and
want to see you
everyone
make it.
else
So
that.
yeah, and like shit. There's a lot of people in the chat. They have their own channels. I want to see, I want to see them make it. I want to be able to see all of us
Yeah.
come up together. And
Yeah.
there's room for
Yeah.
everybody
And one
to.
day when we all are old and we just see one of the people that have supported us or been on our streams and people that we like, we're just like, I knew this guy. He fucking nailed it. I'm so
Yeah,
proud of him.
there you
Or
go.
her and stuff like that. Just So yeah, I have to say it was a really honor to be here, man. It was so great that you invited me. You are such a good guy, and I didn't expect this to go this well because before we started, I was really nervous, but it flows.
Nah,
We
it's
just
cool, man. And you know what, man? I already knew that it was going to be cool when you got here, man. I wasn't worried about anything. I wasn't worried about you. And I've seen you stream a few times. I've lurked a few times. I said, "What's up?" To you.
yeah.
And I was watching your whole stream with Chuck Dixon. I watched the whole thing, man.
Oh
And
no.
I enjoyed it, man. It's like, some people can only watch a little bit or certain parts. I go from the beginning all the way to the end. So it's like I enjoyed it, and I was like, man, it'd be awesome to have them on. So man, I had a great time. I had a kicked ass time. And I wanted to tell you, man, thank you, for just coming and spending this time with us. And
Of
if you
course.
have a few more minutes, I
I
would
do.
like to just uh, read the chat, see
Yep.
what everybody had to say. And I know you got something coming up here pretty soon. I wanted to go ahead and let you go with enough time to relax and chill a little bit before you have to do your live
Yeah.
stream, which I'm actually going to be watching. So, when you
Yeah.
get started with that, I'm gonna be checking that out.
Thank you.
So, man, thank you, man. And
No,
on the
thank
chat,
you.
man, you're a cool dude, man. I appreciate
Thank
you
you.
just being here, man, and you know spending your time with us, man. It's a blessing, man. I appreciate you, man.
Thank
Um,
you so much.
what we say here is stay at home podcast. GM Crew says when people actually that um discover that a comfort zone is really opposite of what makes us being human beings. Um, we're never met. We're never meant to be inside of a box, literally and figuratively. Yeah, you're right about that, man. There's so much
You
to
are.
us than than us being confined to what people think that we are, man. There's a lot more to us than meets the eye, basically, man. And sometimes a lot of us have a lot of creative juices in us, and it only takes sometimes it just takes for there's a lot of creative people that they're creative and they don't give themselves the credit because sometimes it's hard for them to see it themselves. Like this, I know people that great artists can draw comic books, but when you say, hey man, you're a great artist, why aren't you drawing comic books? Oh man, I'm not good enough. It's like, damn, there's people that are good enough, and they've been doing it for a long time, but they don't think that they have it to compete with the big timers. And you know what, man, the thing is, we all have something in us that can compete with what's out there. And I mean, and that's in all things in life. And sometimes, some of us stand firm on it and actually step out on faith and actually go and try to do it. And some of us have that ability, whatever it is. And sometimes all we need is a little push or for them to know that, hey, you have someone that's behind you, that's willing to encourage you and be there for you, and is, want to see you grow and become who you're meant to be. And sometimes all we need is to know that there's someone behind us.
Yep. And you will never be alone either.
And with that, it can, you can make some things shake. You can make some things shake. So, and wait down. I'm gonna get with you, man. I'm gonna get with you, my man. Hold. The Wake Down says that Lord Thoth, hell. The Wake Down 24/7 Fusion Media. Good luck if you want to try to watch the entire stream on my channel. We go 4 to 6 hours a stream. LOL. Yeah, man. I mean, shit. I'm always down to watch your streams, man. Hell, or even kick it with you for that long. So that's what's up, man. I'm always down to to watch y'all streams because y'all sit here and y'all support me. Y'all, you support us, man. And shit. I would love to be there. I know I can't watch everybody's stream in full, but I would definitely show up, and show support, watch it, and I always come back, so, even if I can't watch the whole thing in full, dude, that's why, that you got the history list on your YouTube, so you can go back and finish watching what you didn't completely watch the first time around. So, yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, and I'll always, be trying to show my support, man. So you're welcome on my last stream tonight at 10:15 p.m. Eastern if you want to be on the panel. Ooh, that'll be about 9:15. Yo, I appreciate that. Actually, I definitely will swing by, man. Your last stream. Yeah, man. I'm definitely gonna swing by tonight, man. So thank you, man. I might not be able to stay for long, but you'll definitely yes, shoot me the link, man, and I'll definitely come by and come holler at you, man. And thank you for the invitation, man. I appreciate you, bro. Hey, man, if you could, man, can you please plug your channel and anything that you got going on? That way we can let everybody know where we can find you.
Me or Wake Down?
Yeah, you and anything you want to plug, man. Your channels, your shows, what you're doing on different days of the week. Yeah, let us know everything you.
Yeah, I can do that. Just gonna find my channel.
I'm not go for it, man.
Let's see here. I can send in the private chat so you can, since I'm not a mod and stuff.
Actually, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's the thing I be struggling on. Lord Thoth already did it. There you go, my man. Appreciate you, brother. Man, you're awesome, man. Yeah, I don't know how to do none of that stuff, man.
Oh no, that's the wrong channel. That's the wrong channel.
Oh.
Yeah, that's my Jace Fox channel. I don't make content.
Actually, Lord Thoth, he has a channel called FiveFortyStudio.
Yeah, it's FiveFortyStudio. That's the main channel.
Yeah, that's the main channel. So you can.
Yeah. Jace Fox is just the one I use for mostly watching people. Since I have No, that's
And let
no
me ask you this:
problem.
if
That's
Five
no
Forty
problem.
Studio all one word?
Yeah,
All right.
and it is. So and it's four, like not 40, like in American version. It's like 40, like the old version to write it with a U, with U, like
Yeah.
OU, the old version. Um, no, like Mondays. Normally I have. Uh, it used to be a certain point of view, but because the other person is no longer,
Right.
on the shows.
Right.
So it's me and Claw. We are trying to make it the same things that we normally do, but we are trying to make it a little bit better than what it used to be. So we're trying to
Mm.
find the right tone to it. And you can find me on Fat Steven on Wednesdays. When Geek Time TV comes back, I will pop up more there on their live
Okay.
streams because I used to be there. Um, and Thursdays, normally I have the Beyond show that I'm gonna do later on today, where we're gonna go through articles and stuff like that. I'm not prepared so much for the stream today because I pushed that a little bit to the side today so I could show up here because I was really excited to show up here to this
Mm.
amazing fucking guy right here.
Oh man, thank you, man. Shit,
Um,
I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much,
Thank
man.
you. No problem. And Fridays, I can sometimes be on. Oh yeah, Pop Culture Minefield. I'm also on there sometimes. I'm a panelist there, and Pop Culture Archivists. I'm also there with Ironcaster, Jed, and all of those people.
Right.
Really good friends of mine. And on Sundays we have the Star Wars show where we go through the EU and try to show the love and the things people in our community grew up with and what we
Mm.
miss and what we want back and show some positivity and some love and not all. We can be on Thursdays and Mondays we can be really negative too, to this whole woke community and all that shit. But we
Right.
want something positive too, so we made
I
a Star Wars
understand.
show. Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, man. I appreciate you. Man, I appreciate you, man. Thank you, man. I had a great time, and you know what, man? You're always welcome here, man. So,
And you're always
yo,
welcome to our channel too, man.
and yo, we're gonna have to set something up, man. I would love to
Yeah.
kick it with you and your co-host, man, and see what we can do to hang out, man, and
And I'm gonna say this. I just want to shout out Chris because this is such an amazing guy. You don't need Google. You need Chris. He's better than Google.
there you
He
go. That's
knows
what's
more
up,
than
man.
Google.
Shout out to Chris, man. Appreciate you, and man, thank you, Lord Thoth. And see, let me just go down the list and just thank everybody for being here, and then we'll close it on down. So, I'd like to say thank you, Pat S, for being here, my brother, and looking out for me, man. Thank you, Lord Thoth, for for everything that you guys have done. Uh, looking through the looking after the chat, man. I appreciate y'all, Chris. Uh, I appreciate you, man. You've been real cool, man. Just kicking it in the chat, and man, we appreciate all the support, man. That you've been giving us, man. Darth Hasher, my man. As always, it's always a pleasure to have you here, man. My boy, Lord Thoth, man. Look, man. One day, Lord Thoth, we're gonna have to get together, man. Yeah, I definitely wanted to get you on the stream sometime. So, man, whenever we can do that, man, I definitely we'll be looking forward to that. Kashyyyk Queen, I want to thank you and Ords, man, for being here. I appreciate y'all, man. You guys
They're
are
so
fucking
good.
awesome,
They are.
man. And man, I look forward
I
to seeing y'all, on your gaming streams. So uh I know that'll definitely be on the next time you guys 'cause I always get your notifications. So next time they click off, I'll definitely be there watching. See
and
you.
I just want to say that we appreciate all of you so much,
Yeah, we sure
and
do, man. Thank y'all, man.
all
Cause
the love that you guys give.
yeah,
If it wasn't for all of you guys, we wouldn't be here today. It's
that's
all
true,
because of you
man.
guys. And like I always say before we end and stuff like that too, I just want to say that I normally say that life is too short and make the most of it. And we love you all.
Yeah, definitely do, man. Thank you, man. And Stay at Home Podcast, JM Cruz. Thank you for being here. Thank you to the Wake Down. Let's see, is there anybody else missing? I hope I don't miss anybody, man. But just in case, for some reason, and you know that I've overlooked you or didn't mention you, that's not intentional. You know, just wanted to tell everyone, thank you for being here. For everybody that's in the chat, everybody at home, you know, just getting to watch us on a replay. Thank you all for spending your time here with us. You know, we love you. We thank you. And as always, it's your boy 24/7 here with 24/7 Fusion Media, kicking it with my boy Jace Fox. And we out. Peace.
Assad.
Yeah.